I'd like to share with you my talent sourcing tips, how to get the right manager. These are my personal talent sourcing tips that has worked for me. But first, a note of caution. The word right can be relative. It can be relative to the job function and each organization's culture. So it's not cast in stone. But these are general tips I use. As usual though, I'll be sharing from my experience. My experience, which is pretty vast and varied in managing and working with diverse managers now for over 30 years in the financial industry and as an entrepreneur. And I dare say I'm privileged to have sourced and provided platforms for many to become great managers, even if I say so. And if you doubt me, just check around me. You'll see lots of fantastic managers. I have the best managers around. Otherwise, they won't be targets for savage headhunting. Now, here are my talent sourcing tips for great managers. What makes a good manager is not age, education, or work experience. From my experience, a good manager is more about the individual's attitude, qualities that can't be found on a piece of paper. This is why great managers are rare. Here are my tips. Tip number 1, get someone with a positive attitude. A positive attitude is the most important element of management. It is far greater than being hardworking from my experience. Optimistic managers solve anything and never let their teams down. We always see a light at the end of the tunnel, and they can create a kind of welcoming atmosphere that is key to success. Starting the day with a smile makes people feel secure and confident. This trait is what swayed my decision recently in hiring a management staff for my organization. I had to choose between 2 candidates that had scaled through 3 levels of interviews. And I just was looking for the positivity in each of these 2 because we're pretty close by way of estimation. I mean, having gone through 4 levels of interviews before the final interview by me. So what did I do? It all boiled down to one question. And I asked the 2 of them the same question. I said, in the first 10 months of this year, by end of October, our organization has met and surpassed full year 2021 budget. That is a fact, by the way. God has been awesome with my fantastic team. Again, great managers that I work with. So I said to these 2 people and I asked them, now, for the remaining 2 months of 2021, November and December, we want to achieve exactly what we have achieved in 10 months. We want to double the performance that we have achieved in 10 months in the remaining 2 months of the year. And one of them was, first, his countenance changed instantly as I said that. And I could see the shock in him. And he said, sir, it's almost impossible to achieve what you've done in 10 months in 2 months, especially in this environment. And towards year end, businesses go to businesses close down, businesses dull, etc. And I said, okay. Then I asked the same question to the next guy. In 10 months, our organization, Resource Intermediaries Limited, we have met and surpassed full year budget, P&L budget. And for the remaining 2 months, we want to double what we have done in 10 months. And he looked me straight in the eye and said, sir, it is possible. With the right team and the right drive, we can achieve it. And that was it for me. Now, you could think it's just an interview response, but well, the person who has that positive spirit, it just comes out, it just shows as it is. And by the way, by the time I did the personality profile test for both of them, my hunch was right. This other guy was the one that had a positive attitude, was a dominant personality who is also compliant. And not too bad also on the people side. But the other gentleman had no dominant trait in him at all. He was just more of an I and a C. And for the role that I was recruiting for, which is business development at middle management senior level, I needed someone with a positive attitude. So that's my number 1 tip. And perhaps for me, about the most important tip when I interview for the right managers. And in 16 years of entrepreneurship, I think I've gotten it right at least 95% of the time. Again, otherwise, you all won't be coming to snatch and steal my stuff from me. Now, here's my second tip. I go for people-oriented manager as against performance-oriented managers, even for the performance-driven roles. I'll pick a people-oriented manager any day over one that is just performance-driven. And here's why. While I'm high on performance myself and results, I have seen over and over again that it's the team that wins and not individual stars in the team. Sadly, the prevailing scenario in my football team, Manchester United, is a clear example of this fact. So if you're hiring for consistent and sustained performance, you should go for people-oriented persons. A people-oriented manager will spend time with people and make them believe that their work has a purpose and meaning. He talks and coaches them and mentors them and guides them. Now, when people are treated not as slaves but as insignificant part of a team, you achieve greater results. Yes, those results may be slower in coming, but I tell you, as they begin to come, they begin to grow in exponential proportions. Again, that has been my experience as an entrepreneur for 16 years. And here's my third tip. Get a manager that is high on emotional intelligence. One of the biggest management skills is to be calm and mentally stable in a stressful environment. And stress is all over the place and it inhibits efficiency. So you need a manager who is emotionally intelligent and calm under pressure. Someone who is relatively calm in a stressful situation. This provides balance for the team and earns their trust, as this manager models how to drive even through those challenging, stressful situations for the overall good and success of the team. Now, here's my fourth tip, and I'm sharing only 4. If you want more, you need to engage my services so I can help you with that. Right. And my fourth tip, right, is you need to get a manager that is inspiring. An organization actually achieves greatness when its people achieve their own personal growth and become great. So it's important that you get a manager that can coach and inspire the team to self-develop and be the best version of themselves by the way he or she models leadership. Leading by example is about making employees believe in themselves. A manager who believes in himself can pass that level of confidence on to others. It's contagious, right? And he shows that he believes in them. From my over 30 years experience in leadership, the last 16 as an entrepreneur, managers that exhibit this character trait, they are also passionate about the company, and this moves around. So the next time you want to search for a new manager for your business, pay attention not only to what he or she says, but how they say it. Because how matters these days more than any other hard skill. Trust me, these are the soft skills that drives performance. Right. There you have it. 4 of the tips that I use in sourcing for the right managers. And it has worked for me over and over again with average 95% success. Right. My name is Olusoji Oyawoye. And I seek to enhance the capacity of everyone I come in contact with. I'm a life and business coach and a social entrepreneur and a conference speaker. If you need to engage my services, you can contact me through info@sojioyawoye.com. 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 Or you can chat me up on WhatsApp number, chat only, not calls, WhatsApp number +234 0704 366 7607 +234 0704 366 7607. Please drop a comment. I'd like to hear from you. Share your own experience or just some feedback on what you've heard me share on tips for hiring the right manager. Let's take this discussion further. Until next week again, when I share another of my weekly tips. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun. By the way, I'm reaching you from the Pods at the Bunker Abuja. The Pods is a co-work space facility with service flexible offices. You really should check it out if you're in Abuja or you'll be visiting Abuja anytime soon. Just go on Google and type the Bunker at Abuja. You'd love this place. Thank you, and bye-bye.